start, so we looked for inspiration in the various speeches that we've heard throughout the years. Naturally, we didn't have to look far to find one of our all-time favorite heroes and mentor, Bilbo Baggins. So I must begin by saying, today is our graduation day. Alas, 12 years is far too short a time to be educated among such excellent and admirable people. I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve.
We have things to do and a new adventure. We have things to do and a new adventure coming that may lead to many unexpected journeys. But today we are here to recognize and celebrate the ending of our adventure together. As a class, we have been through so much. We have grown up together, which is something most students couldn't say. We played in the sandbox, hid in the depths of Kids Quest, built giant snowmen, and struggled to reach our AR goals.
Do you remember not reading Treasure Island in 6th grade?
We spent 3 years mastering the art of Gaga, avoiding recess by hiding in the bathrooms, and listening to Mr. Arnold's Friday song at maximum volume.
And what about Big Boy B, Crazy Carter C, and Diggity Dog D? We'll never forget those wacky times. But that is only the beginning. We have all learned and forgotten how to do geometric proofs, seen Mr. McCowan in a pink dress, and endured the frustrations of the iPads.
We've done homework at 1 a.m., killed a few cats doing math, and froze in the stands during football games. We've built 12 years of memories together that can be reflected upon and cherished for years to come.
Most of our memories of school did not involve sitting in a classroom, but parents, don't worry, we did learn a few important things. Some things we've learned are as simple as you shouldn't divide by 0, or that you should eat healthy or else you might turn into a chicken nugget.
We've also been properly informed that Leibniz did indeed invent calculus.
But those are just some of the things we've learned in Muggle school. The best life lessons have come from Hogwarts. When J.K. Rowling created the Wizarding World to help us escape reality, she also provided us with great insight into the very reality that we were trying to escape.
The lovable Hagrid teaches us to never deny who we are, to simply say, I am what I am and I am not ashamed. Never be ashamed. There are some who will hold it against you, but they're not worth bothering with. There will always be people who will take you for granted. The key is to not let the value they place on you define who you are. To instead be the craziest, loudest, and geekiest self, because there will always be people who are just as insane as you are.
Thanks to Luna Lovegood, we know that being different is a good thing. It is our quirks and creativity that makes each of us unique.
The courageous Neville Longbottom taught us that bravery is a choice and an ability that lies within each and every one of us.
Professor Dumbledore, as powerful as he was, found his greatest strength in his words. In the end, he taught us that words are our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it. He has helped us to understand the value of what we say, and that working to show kindness to all reveals who we truly are.
Not only have we found the value of our own words, but we have both discovered the magic in the words that form a story.
We've carried the ring with Frodo, defeated the Dark Lord with Harry, solved crimes with Sherlock, and insulted the king with Merlin. These characters have become like a second family, and they will always be only a page turn away.
Just like these stories have inspired us, our hope is that today, maybe one of our stories will inspire you. Although I've gone to school with all of you for over 12 years, there's only a few of you who actually know my story. So here's my attempt to sum up the last 17 years of my life into just 2 minutes. I was adopted from China when I was 13 months old. I was born with a bilateral cleft lip and palate and had my very first surgery in China shortly after I was born. Immediately, surgery started to become an annual occurrence for me. I was forced to deal with the constant challenges of simple things, like eating and talking. However, after every surgery, the routine remained the same. Weekly doctor's appointments, a month of an all-liquid diet, and then the never-ending speech therapy sessions. I had to learn to accept the fact that the surgeries were necessary and to continue to fight when they were unsuccessful. When I was only 8 years old, the time came for me to get braces. Little did I know I'd end up wearing these things for another 10 years. By the time I was 9, I'd lost count of how many surgeries I had had, but I knew that there was still more to come. This year, the time for my last 2 surgeries finally came. I ended up missing over 3 months of school and was unable to participate in some of the things I loved. This meant missing my last cross-country season, the excitement of homecoming, my senior prom, and that I would not be receiving a 4-year track baton. All the signs pointed to a disappointing senior year, but instead of making my last year of high school about what I couldn't do or what I wish I could have done, I'm choosing to make it a year of celebration. My story is about the life God has given me and what I've decided to do with it. Looking back, it seems crazy that I was able to make it through all that I had. It has given me a new sense of strength, and today I can say that I've had over 20 surgeries, I have 38 screws in my face, I've met 4 amazing surgeons, and that I have one incredible story.
The summer after my 3rd grade year, my family and I were super excited to be moving to Estes Park. Before we left, I went to see my doctor for one last checkup. Bending over to touch my toes, she looked all along my spine and discovered that it had a bit of a curve. So, only 3 days before we left on our new mountain adventure, I went to a scoliosis specialist for an x-ray. At that point, my spine didn't have much of a curve, and it really wasn't a problem. In fact, I remember leaving the doctor's office wondering why I had even needed to go there in the first place. I never would have guessed that 4 years later I would be looking into the face of a doctor as he held up a spine model with metal bolted all along the vertebrae. I didn't even know what to think. After that, I went to a doctor that specializes in children's scoliosis. He eventually advised that I wear a back brace to help prevent my spine from curving anymore. From the beginning of 8th grade until the end of freshman year, I wore a soft brace made of elastic straps and Velcro, but my curve continued to grow. By the end of freshman year, it had grown to be 48 degrees at the top and 64 degrees at the bottom. My spine was shaped like an S. My brace wasn't going to do much anymore. I remember feeling very defeated, like I had wasted 2 years of my life. Like I had compromised my self-confidence for the inevitable. What I didn't realize at the time was that those past 2 years hadn't been a waste. They hadn't compromised my self-confidence at all. They had instead built me up and taught me that confidence shouldn't lie in one's appearance, but in their character. The summer after freshman year, I had spinal fusion surgery. I grew 2.5 inches in 6 hours. Today, I have a 16-inch scar running on the length of my back. My vertebrae from T4 to L3 have been fused together by bone grafts, 2 titanium bars, and 26 screws. So yes, I do have excellent posture, and no, I do not set off the metal detector at the airport.
And neither do I.
Although our surgeries are very different, our stories are the same. We've both chosen to take what life has given us and allow it to grow us as individuals. Instead of writing our stories to be ones of sadness, we have made them about strength and perseverance.
Just as it was difficult to begin this speech, it is equally as hard to end it. This may very well be the last thing we say to you as high school students. So here it is. Each of our lives is like a book. Every person has their own story, and we all live in the giant library that is the world. In this library, you must remember to try to learn something from every book you encounter.
Whether it is to be yourself, to embrace what makes you different, to be brave, to choose your words wisely, or to be the author of your own story, a lesson can be found in every tale.
As our chapter at Estes Park High School comes to a close, we wish you the best of luck as the rest of your story unfolds. Congratulations, class of 2018!